Okay, so first thing is first, I gotta give credit to credit is due to my boys. Absolute legends. Sometimes, like I said in the second video, you'll probably see in the future. Um, Sometimes a little bit of chuckle fucks, a little bit of a red pill channel, and a little bit of sometimes do a lot of taboo stuff. And I'm talking about these dudes over here I've been preached before I get to the MrBeast news when I was half a year old. I still wanted to make sure I was giving my just deserves and all credibility goes to them because I didn't even hear about this news at all. And I wanted to start with some real good positive vibe news. MrBeast, this guy right here, absolute freaking legend. So yeah, there's that. And before I even get into that news, I want to get these other two topics really quick. So yeah, if you're like a Keanu Reeves or just John Wick fan in general, this one's gonna be funny as hell. It says the original director producers from AV Club. This is the John Wick director. He says he's tossing a lot of shade, and he says the Blade movie that's gonna have the remake remaster has Mashahara Ali or Masharla Ali. And he says it's gonna be really, really crappy and trash, and he may say that it might be like a joke. He said it was like in a real serious tone. No, I don't think it was a joke. My thoughts, views, and opinions on that. I think he's jealous as fuck that he might be a badass in this thing. I hope it ain't hardcore woke agenda BS on here for that one. And then this other one here real quick. I have a feeling this shit's definitely going to be happening a fuck ton. It happened a lot in 2023. It's going to probably happen in 2024. Then again, no offense, I don't want to live in California, like the whole California man, Florida man, that type of thing. We're probably going to be seeing enormously, hands over fist, absolutely posted and plastered everywhere in 2024 and beyond about UAPs and UFOs, UAVs and aliens, ETs, extraterrestrial shit news. We're probably going to see a massive huge shitload in that. And by the way, I do stream a little bit more on Kick now. Follow me on Kick now. That's crazy as hell as it sounds. I only started learning how to use the streaming thing. Because like I said before, Twitch to me was a whole other different beast of a system because I never really live streamed. I was a little comfortable with it. I had one or two trolls that told me to live a video game on the live myself, and a few other ones that tell me I'm way too dark and somewhere a little bit R-worded to me, a little bit bigoted. But you know what? I got thick skin. I'm able to handle it. But the rest of them people were pretty super nice and Kick. I was very surprised how many people were very, very sweet and kind and relatable to me. Love and kindness for real. Oh, that was kick-ass. Not expect that from Kick. Whatever. So let's get into main meat and potatoes, MrBeast. I'm just going to jump into it. I'm not even going to do an outro tonight. It's literally 3:30 in the morning. I'm doing this on January 7th, 2023, my first video. I was actually going to do this Saturday, but time ran out. But I'm not coming back till Sunday. So this is going to be like, it's 2 weeks old by the time you guys see this. And this is actually a month and a half old. Or a year and a half, a year old, 6 months old. It's happened in May. Like I said, I got credit due. My boys over here helping preach. Mass props goes to them. So without them, I wouldn't have heard of it. Some good news. Actually, positive vibes, good frequency, good vibes, good goals, good positive feelings, positive frequency. Not trying to go, oh, sunshiny rainbows and kumbaya, and I'm not trying to switch to the whole politics thing. I just want to start the year with some really, really sweet, softer than honey, ear candy, eye candy, actual good feelings, almost to a point it was like Jesus Christ, Yahshua was Jesus God news, He's doing goodness for humanity, man. This dude, MrBeast, Jimmy Donaldson. I don't know Jimmy Donaldson. Like I said last year in the past, since 2019 or 2020, when I did one of my first videos about MrBeast. Never did a negative video on the dude. I'm not getting paid by the dude. I don't know my IRL. I'm only going to read half of these articles because this one happened by the time you guys see it. It's 3 weeks old. Nobody gives a shit about it no more, but I still wanted to talk about it because it was interesting to me because one of the 1920 or 1921 Steamboat Willie, it just ended up being legalized. Anybody could use that thing. And they already made fake video games and a fake horror movie thing they're going to make on that too for Steamboat Willie, aka the super old school Mickey Mouse. Disney has no right to use it no more. That's pretty fucking badass. Awesome. Then again, I kind of know where I stand when it comes to Walt Disney and the whole ginormous clubhouse of mouse and how much of an empire that corporation of entertainment animation is. Granted, I grew up as a 90s kid. I grew up with all the movies from the 90s, freaking Aladdin, the original 90s Aladdin, Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, and then a Switch, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Hercules, original Toy Story 1 and 2, and of course, Emperor's New Groove and all that shit, so I have an old school nostalgia vibe for that. Granted, only one where I could say it's a lot of Eldritch, Luciferian, and Baphometic Kabbalah shit in there. I'm not going to get into that. When it comes to Disney, see, this comes from some Mienda from Merkitsha time or Meshka times. And MrBeast walks, helps Cambodian Vietnamese people, because it was from Vietnam he did this too, not just Cambodia. Amputees walk again, so I gotta be careful how I say this. I'm gonna skip a little here and there, because some of it's kind of like bland information already. So he's partnered with International Changes. I'm only reading half the article, I'm not reading this whole fucking thing. It's super old news. I didn't even know about this. This is brand new to me. I thought it was interesting, so decided to pass it on to you guys. Especially name the oldest people are MrBeast fans, or middle schoolers, or high schoolers, which I barely probably have any. I'm okay with that too. Mainly, especially knowing full fact, because I do have a 5-6-year-old nephew. He loves shit out of MrBeast, big time. So gotta hear from him sometimes. Probably elementary kids. Thank God I don't have that in my demographics. That's not what I'm here to appeal to. And Jimmy Donaldson's Beast Philanthropy YouTube channel recently shared harrowing portraits of Cambodian amputees. Got to be a little below the roommates sleeping in the back. These men and women often find themselves stuck in homes with poor access to education and employment. Amputees for several severe social challenges without help. I'm still a little rusty on this, so hopefully you're not too harsh on me. And then again, January, February, March, April. It's usually real dead months for YouTubers when they make their stuff. Granted, I don't make a dime on this, but on Kick. Wholesome, awesome story opposite there. Yeah, these men and women often find themselves stuck. I read that. It is simple, next to impossible to even try to change their situation and climb up in life. Jimmy Donaldson, aka MrBeast. Oh yeah, let's play some music in the background. I almost forgot about that. That would have been crap if I forgot. I'll leave a link to the playlist if you want to hear it. Yeah, I had lost where I was at. I don't care. Whatever. Jonathan, the latest video, his story was half a year ago. This is old news, but it was new to me. You know, I heard about it a week ago. Has gone into an ongoing crisis that's continued for decades after the fact of wartime events in the 1960s and 70s. And so it did happen during the Vietnam War, too. Okay. Unfortunately, a sad battle. Any number of these in the 10,000s. Most amputees in Cambodia and Vietnam became disabled completely by accident after stepping. Ooh, I can't even say that. Heaplessly on unaliving stuff while walking and working fields. After suffering the loss of a leg, victims find it difficult for access to the cars that they need to fulfill lives. Allison's latest video reveals a crisis in health cares of the amputees, showing how clinics devoted their rehabilitating amputees, outfitting them with prosthetics. Oof. That'd be super, super extra sad, honestly. I can't imagine how they had to keep living their lives like that. It's gotta be a nightmare on earth just to live like that, honestly. And it also goes on to say, after suffering the loss of leg, fulfilling lives. Johnson's latest video, read that clinics devoted to rehabilitating amputees, outfitting them with wrapping processes. That's crazy. Wrapping processes. Hold on. And here in the prosthetics have a verge of shutting down due to lack of resources. That's unfortunate. The verge shut down, lack of resources. Video features a story of two women receiving prosthetic limbs and portrays a sense of hope, and their access to education and employment will blossom. I can't even pronounce that name. Director of Disability Development Services Programming said that yesterday, quote, "This is a perfect act of charity by MrBeast with a generous donation of new prosthetics for Cambodia and, of course, Vietnam amputees so they can walk and live productive lives once again." Pointing the Cambodian people decline it on charity donations to amputees the last few years, especially primarily, I can't say that, lockdown of the world that happened a while ago. He said that there are many Cambodians and Vietnamese amputees in desperate need of help, especially for new modern prosthetics. How do there be fewer victims of that? Can't say that. But there are other victims, many victims suffering the loss of limbs Due to the high number of road traffic accidents in Cambodia, we thank MrBeast for the 2,000 prosthetic legs. Shenang, I'm just going to say that. We all think Cambodians and Vietnamese amputees will continue to support the global charities and the generosity of individuals and nations. The one thing I will say, criticize him on this, Jimmy Donaldson, MrBeast, I watched that thing. Shout out to my boys out there in Preach. I would have never known that information about them unless I really looked on my own. But I'm not gonna lie, the sad music in the background just made it feel like it was a little fake. I will criticize a little bit on Jimmy there. I don't know if that was his decision. Make that super sad, emotional, spiritual, feel bad, pittiness, somberness, and depression towards those poor third world people in Africa, Cambodia, Vietnam, all these very super less fortunate people. And that's not me trying to say I'm better than anyone else. I guarantee you. Granted, I didn't come from third world poverty. I just came from first world poverty, so I kind of know what it's like living in the hood and the gutters and the ghettos and real bad Project Section 8 places like the projects in Harlem and New York City. And upstate New York and then a little bit here. I was living in the real bad areas out here in Vegas, 702. Anyways, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for now. He's still doing good shit though. So no shade to the dude, no hate, no negative vibes to him, mass positive vibes to the dude. Granted, the dude's a millionaire, so he's gonna get criticized either way, but still chill, awesome guy. Let's get into this B-word, because I thought this was really funny. Steamboat Willie. So this is from NPR. Got a credit due from Nita Ubalia. Ulabla or Nita Ubaila? Ulabla. Ulabi. Steamboat Willie is now the public domain. What does that mean for Steamboat? Half of this shit I read on my own already. A lot of government politics and left-right paradigm shit, so I'm not really feeling none of that crap at all. So I'm definitely not freaking talking about all of it. So it's an early way about that. Yeah, Mickey Mouse among the copyrighted works of 1928 moving to public domain January 1st. And talks about the Harvard, Stanford laws and all that shit. I'm not in the middle of that fucking crap at all. This is a motherfucking evil, in my personal opinion, brown people and economic forums, BlackRock, Vanguard, Masons, Illuminati people fucking rule the planet. So I ain't gonna give none of them credit. Fuck that. Let's move on. Animated short Steamboat Willie is a lot like Mickey Mouse, but he's more rascalier than rougher though. His roots on the that thing. Mystery shows from time to time more apparent. He's not exactly cuddly. For much of the movie, Mickey amuses himself by forcing barnyard animals into unwielding musical instruments. Oh yeah, that's true. I shout out to my boy on me. I saw some of those. I would have reacted to it, but I don't want to get a copyright claim short. Alright, this is the stuff that got all political. I'm not reading any of this. New versions of Mickey Mouse remain under copyright. The stuff from 2023 and beyond, especially not in games, none of that for sure, are the ones past 1932 or 33. Copyright applies to created characters, movies, books, plays, songs, and it happens on Mickey Mouse is also trademarked. I'm not gonna read that. Da-da-da. And that's just to give you the whole example here. Trademark. You cannot use Mickey in a way that misleads consumers into thinking that your work is produced by, sponsored by Disney. Damn. And a new copyrights, those are the words you really can't use. You cannot use new copyrightable versions of Mickey Mouse. And those Mickey Mouse are. This is the only one you can use. Public domain. You're free to copy shit. And I heard something that said that the Wizard of Oz and Superman is going to be the old school versions of them. They're going to be, I think 2025, 2026, they're going to be legal to use then. That's a gross. I'm not a lawyer or district attorney. I have no idea how that works. There's something copyright scholars like myself can make certain Mouse continues as effective under public domain by allowing trademark extending life for copyrighted work. It's my hope that either that Congress should and fuck them. It's going to protect creativity, protecting public domain, and also protection creativity. Of course, I'm not surprised I'm not. Now people should still be doing things that are incorporate. Yeah, Corporal Clips, Steamboat Willie, and an art project. They're selling t-shirts for fan movies. They caution those things are infringing trademarks or threaten dilute trademarks because they're used to something and Disney could use their laws or certain to keep people from marketing. Mickey Mouse, for example, slasher film movie where someone actually did with Winnie the Pooh, and I remember the Winnie the Pooh when I did reaction. Last thought for your opinion and speculation. Yeah. they're gonna go buck wild. This will probably make fake comic books, fake trading cards, and fake cards with us. That's all I got to say.